Hello everybody and welcome to the Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsboro, Massachusetts, the scene of today's game between the Bishop Guertin Cardinals and the Nashua High School North Titans. I'm John Collins along with Tom King here on Nashua's ETV, Channel 99. Our cameraman Tim O'Neill. We are getting set for an afternoon game as we tape this amid a snowstorm where the driving was treacherous, but it's definitely a hockey day in January, and we're looking forward to an exciting contest between these two teams who surprisingly both have losing records, Tom King.
Well, it's a different year in Division I, John. Different year in Division I. Guertin, if you look at Guertin and look at their roster, how many seniors do you see on there? Not many.
Right.
And they had to replace, they had about, I'd say maybe 8 goals returning in terms of from scoring from last year, maybe 16 total points. So it's been a, they always say, that you reload, don't rebuild, you reload. Well, this time, Guertin didn't have enough ammo to reload. So they've got a lot of new players. Nashua North this year, they're competitive. They played very well. But if you look at Division I, it's anybody's game because I think Pinkerton and Londonderry are starting to surface a Memorial, are starting to separate themselves. But Trinity, the defending champion, they may not make the tournament. Exeter, a tournament staple, a finalist a couple of years ago, they are winless so far this year. And Nashua North had a 3-1 lead on Manchester Memorial the other night and coughed it up and gave up 5 straight goals and lost 6-3.
Well, North started off this game on offense. Now they have to play some defense as BG does get it into the Titan zone and put some pressure on here. 15-minute periods in high school hockey. There's a nice block and a sprint down the ice. Jake Latham with a nice block and nearly gave himself a breakaway, but the BG defense beats him to the puck, and Austin Bauer around the board.
Yeah, Stephen Shaw got in there and knocked it away. Zach Coyle was chasing after it.
They're going to call roughing on I think it's number 18, Jake Latham. And the reason was that the stick was knocked out of his hand, and on the way to retrieve it, he gave a two-fisted shove without a stick in his hand.
No call. I don't see a penalty, John.
No?
No, I think they just called a face-off in the other end.
Okay.
Yep, no penalty.
Well, actually, they did put it up on the board, Tom.
There's nobody. Do you see anybody in the box?
It's a very little separation, but you have Latham, who's only about a step away from his teammate right there on the far left.
I see what you mean. Yeah, all right.
In front of the net, and it goes to the point.
You're right.
Timothy Page.
Shocked him.
Yeah, quick roughing call. I think the officials want to keep a lid on this one early. And a power play for the Titans as they do some perimeter passing. A save is made by Scanlon. He got it right in the chest, good positioning. I don't think he saw it till it hit him. Around the perimeter again, the Titans loading up. It was a deflected shot off Mark Levine, and it hit, I think, Austin Bauer's stick and went to the corner. And the Titans will make a line change.
This is not a very well-defined penalty ball. I'm still trying to see.
No, not at all.
I am still trying to see where the player is. I see him. It's a Guertin player. It's not Latham. It's Zach Coyle.
Oh, is it Zach Coyle?
It was number 18. It would be Zach Coyle for Bishop.
Zach Coyle is right. Latham's on North. I'll get my roster straight eventually.
But I didn't see.
Jake Latham's a Titans player. And
I did not see the validity of that call. It was a strange call to me. But yeah, there's one player separating the Coyle from the rest of his roster.
Yeah, Coyle is in the
very
box.
Strange. He should be closer to that casing. Definitely different.
Latham is on the ice, and he's a key player in this power play. He shoots the rebound off the side of the net. In front, loose, score!
Yeah,
losing sight of the puck. Scanlon had his back to the play, and the Titans knock it home. Great pressure put on and led by Jacob Latham, the guy I said was in the penalty box, who was on the power play and assisted on that power play goal. 1-0. Titans score the first goal of the
North
game.
has been good on the power play all year long, coming in to the week at about 25%, which isn't bad. Penalty killing has been down for them this year. It was a strength for them last year when they had Robbins, but now they've been down with penalty killing. They've given up 3 power play goals the other night to Manchester Memorial. They've got it. The Titans have got to stay out of the box. They don't have good penalty killing at all this year.
BG trying to work it out of their own end. Here comes Nicholas Apostolakis. Apostolakis through center ice, sprinting to the far side, still with it, looking for a teammate. Nifty stick handling, and Kostolaskis in front of the net, and he nearly set up his teammate. BG does keep it in the zone.
These are two evenly matched teams, John. It is not the same Guertin North matchup that we've had in past years where if North won, it was a monumental upset. These are two very, very evenly matched hockey teams.
And as you can see by the score right away, the Titans are on top 1-0 with 11.5 minutes left to go in the first period. Still very early in this one. Easy save for Scanlon, steers it to the backboard. Benjamin Robinson plays it all the way around for BG, but not out. Now the defenseman Matt Blaze skating hard, 6'2", 225, got great size and used his strength and leverage there to get in deep. Back to the point. This is Robinson. Deflected shot by Farhad Farhat. Goes to the corner. Farhat pursuing, but able to get it out of the zone is North. That's number 24. I believe that was.
You know what makes this a critical game is this year in Division I, only 10 teams make the playoffs. They've very reasonably cut, as that shot goes wide, they very reasonably cut the margin by two teams, the playoff roster by 2 teams. So if you've got a 50-50 game like this is, and a nice save by Janest, if you've got a 50-50 game like this is, it's almost imperative you win it.
Chest-high blast by Matt Blaze, handled by Jacob Janest, the sophomore goaltender for North, protecting that 1-goal lead at this point.
I think they credited Adam Murphy with the goal on the power play.
Thank you, because I missed it in the scrum about who
barely
shot
heard it. They've renovated Skate 3 here, as we can talk about later on, but they haven't improved the sound system any, I'll tell you that.
Loose puck near the goal. Good job of checking the forward out of the way by Jake Latham. Now with it, though, is Ryan White. Deep centering pass across to the sideboard. Not able to hook up with a Cardinals teammate. Puck down deep in the left corner. Latham trying to steal it away from the BG forwards who are putting on tremendous pressure here. Face first, plant into the boards. Fortunately, the Titan player not too badly hurt. In fact, almost came away with it to Jonathan Wilson. He gets it out to center ice. All the way back behind the Titans net. Zachary Taylor makes a nifty move around Benjamin Hadley. And it's a save put on by Janest to relieve the pressure and allow his team to get a line change.
9:34 left first period, 1-0 Nashua North leads it on an Adam Murphy power play goal. Tom King along with John Collins, Tim O'Neill on camera, and our executive producer Pete Johnson here at Nashua ZTV is also on camera down at ice level.
Stephen Shaw trying to penetrate from the point, switched off with Evan Dalaker. Now Dalaker goes up top.
Trying to deliver. I thought he
was. Joshua Roy tried to deliver a big blow there. And fortunately for the Titans player, he missed. Back to get it, Matthew Blaze, pinned up against the boards. Coming away with it, though, Stephen Shaw. Nifty tape-to-tape pass for Evan Dalaker.
Yeah, they need that. They need that rush.
Dalaker still with it, gets a shot away, but it slides to the backboard. BG with it. It's in traffic, pinballs around in front of Janest, and the Titans come up with it.
John, how many times this year, not this year, but wait and see this play.
Shot, blocker, the glove save, it popped in the air, though, and it was playable. Fortunately for Griffin Scanlon, his defenders were there to take that rebound away.
Right, North is out shooting Guertin 5-2. That's very, how many times have we seen Guertin in the games over the years that we've done, as that was almost a giveaway right there and a goal.
Yeah, Blaze was bearing down on
He came in
Janest.
fast on Janest. Janest has had a good year. He has been an exceptional goalie, I think, for Nashua North. He's kept him in a lot of games.
Adam Murphy made a nice self-pass off the boards, get some help down deep from his teammate, William Loringer. Behind the net, in front, shot, goal. It's in, and it's again Adam.
I think that was 18?
Jacob Latham.
That was Latham.
Jacob Latham with the goal. Was just sitting there forever on the goal mouth. And 2-0, the Titans are in the lead as the BG Cardinals get a bit sloppy again around their own net. Puck was just right there forever on the crease.
Right there, definitely. In fact, it barely got knocked in. Latham barely got a stick on it.
BG trying to get back into this one now, trailing 2-0, under 8 minutes to go. We have an interference call coming up against a Titans player. So BG will get a chance on the power play here. There's that one solitary seat that's a handshake away from their teammates where they call the penalty box.
That's incredible.
Yeah. The Big Bad Bruins would be shocked.
Oh, I know.
About how
No
that's not a penalty box. You call that a penalty box?
Serve them lunch right while they're in there. You know?
You need solitary confinement for a penalty box.
Latham on the goal, assisted by LaRanger, number 20, and number 11, Austin Bauer.
There you go. And a second after the faceoff, Janess freezes the puck. Will do it again to his left.
So Guertin with one power play goal. North with one power play goal, and now Guertin has a chance to be on the power play. Down 2-0. When's the last time you saw Nashua North lead Guertin 2-0? See what I mean?
Right.
The different year in Division I hockey.
2-minute roughing interference call against Austin Bauer. Short-handed try, though. Down comes David Kelly. He's checked off the puck smartly by Nevin Uhl. And it's thrown around the boards by Uhl, all the way to his teammate, Ben Hadley. Hadley back to Uhl, trying to line up a shot, fakes it, back to Hadley. Hadley and Uhl playing some catch over on the far boards with 1:10 left to go on the power play. Clear shot was labeled for the far corner, low side by Ben Robinson, and a brilliant save by Janess to get a piece of it.
Janess, Dave, we've seen a great goaltender in David Thorpe for 2 or 3 years from Nashua North. I'll tell you what, Janess sat, learned, watched, and has taken his craft and taken what he's learned on the ice, because he has been very, very good for Nashua North this year.
That was a tester, Tom. It was headed for inside the net, just inside the post. Getting another chance here. BG's Christopher Arling, number 12, near side.
Boy, I tell you, they're buzzing right around and getting shots on him. They've been high, they've been wide.
Arling keeps
Janess
it in.
has seen them.
Just barely. BG managing to keep the puck in the zone.
45 seconds left on the penalty.
Now it's intercepted and thrown the length of the ice. 6.5 minutes to go, first period. The Titans in blue leading 2-0 over the Bishop Guertin Cardinals.
When's the last time you saw this? You saw fans behind the net here at Skate 3. You don't see it with the stands gone. You don't see that.
That's a new look.
Behind the glass.
I had to just pinch myself a few times to remember I'm not at the Conway.
Right. The lighting is different down at that end with no stands in the white background.
10 seconds
brighter
to go on the BG power play.
This is their last stand right here, and I don't know if they're going to make it in time. They need one shot once they get over the line.
With 2 seconds left on the power play.
Gonna flip it
Gets
in,
it away right on net as time expired on the power interference call.
Janess sees it. He knew he was going to have. He knew. Janess knew the time. He knew what the situation was, and he knew that the shot had to be coming, and he was right there on it. 5:49 left in the first period. 2-0 Nashua North, leading Bishop Guertin.
BG still acting like they're on the power play, though, as Blaze gets away a great shot.
And again, Janess sees it. It's a deflection. It goes right to Blaze. He powers it in. Janess knows where the puck is coming, and he's right there to make the stop.
Evan Dallaker was on the doorstep, and as Tom said, he deflected the puck, looked like right up into Janess, who had great position and form on that one. Blaze flattens the forward, but the Titans rush continues down into the corner. Rick Marvin tries a centering pass, and the BG defenders are right there. And back they come at full speed. Nick Apostolakis to the near boards. To the middle. Shot just wide of the net. What a great setup. Apostolakis to Joshua Roy in the slot. Back to the point. Stephen Shaw. Deflected shot near boards. Apostolakis throws it behind the net. Joshua Roy fighting for the puck with Mark Levine. Levine gets it to Marvin, and Marvin throws it to center ice, where Blaze shoots it right back in the zone. Line change, Bishop Guertin. And the Titans manage to flip it out. Stick knocked out of the hands. That's going to be
a penalty, yes. Yep, interference. Or a slash, one or the other. What are they going to call? They're going to call a slash, I believe.
It looked like an in-between call, like an interfering slash.
Yeah.
To such thing. Slash interference. So another power play opportunity for the Titans.
Boy, to grab a 3-0 possible 3-0 lead if they can get a power play goal. My. Now times have changed.
43 left to go in the first period. Stolen away on the shorthanded situation by Joshua Roy, but stolen right back by the Titans. And almost a nice connection here near side to Rick Marvin, but it turns into an icing call instead. So that's what it happens when you gamble with a long pass. Bishop Guertin, state champions in 1987, 2000, 2001, and 2007. Kind of looks like the Patriots run almost.
Almost.
Trying to get back in the championship
and
form.
2017 was a fun team to cover. Had good defense and good goaltending, and that's what they predicated themselves on. And they beat Bishop Brady. Actually, they beat Brady back-to-back. I believe they won in 2008 as well, but I'm not positive.
Here comes Jake Latham in front. He almost connected with William Loringer for a redirect goal. A minute 15 left to go on the power play for Nashua North. Good move put on by the North defenseman there, Timothy Page, who faked.
He's got a
Roy
shot.
to the ice.
Couldn't do it.
Page trying to go the distance with the puck. Back to the point. No,
You know,
back to Page.
You know, his name we haven't called that much today is Mark Levine, who's right here closest to us on the point.
Or Stephen Crocker.
Yeah, I know it. Well, Crocker's got an assist, I believe.
Does he?
No, you're right. No, I don't think he does. You're right.
Yeah, he's usually a mainstay of the action, in the middle of the action. Moving in for a shot that wings past
Actually,
the upper
John,
right corner,
I think I can tell. Well, let's see. Yeah, you're right. No Crocker.
Well, he might be under the weather like the coach.
Well, I'll tell you.
Corey.
Well, Charlie Corey's had a tough winter, but I'll tell you who's probably not in this game because he got a game misconduct the other night is David Kelly for North.
Okay. Knew we were missing a name or two here.
Yeah. I believe Kelly is not, I don't know that for sure, but I know he got a game misconduct the other night, and I think the rule is you sit out the next game. They had a 3-1 lead against Manchester Memorial. Pretty end-to-end goal by Mark Levine. Gave him a 3-1 lead late in the second period, and then they gave up a power play goal with 1.2 seconds remaining in the second period, and it changed the game completely. And Manchester Memorial went on in the next period to score 4 early goals and take a 6-3 lead, and that was it.
Well, I called him out, and Stephen Crocker's out there in the middle of the action right now, centering this power play line as the time expires on the man advantage. So now we're even strength again. Number 9 in blue, Stephen Crocker, will take this. Actually, he'll let David Kelly take the
Kelly. Is Kelly out there?
Kelly
is
Crocker,
out there.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Well, you know what? These guys are pacing themselves. You might be
well, I'm going by that. I'm going by what I saw the other night. I thought it was Kelly with the game misconduct, but I'm not sure. They may have. Perhaps the referee rescinded it after talking with. I know Chris Nodig talked with the referees after the game.
Or maybe he's appealing to the league office.
And they do that.
They do.
They do appeal sometimes. Yeah.
Matt Blaze plays it off the boards, but gets checked off the puck as the Titans come right back on offense to put the pressure on behind the net. Benjamin Robinson is checked by Rick Marvin. A scrum ensues, side boards. Crocker keeps it in. Poking at it is David Kelly. Kelly knocks the stick out of the hand of Ben Robinson. To the point, still keeping it in. Zach Taylor, now it's intercepted by Robinson. Tries the long cross ice pass to Ben Hadley. Ends up on the stick of Ryan White trying to make a move, but he's broken up down there in the left corner.
Well, I'll talk about it next face-off.
Minute 40 left to go, and the puck's outside the zone.
If you get 2 game misconducts in a year, you're done.
Oh, I would think so.
Mike O'Connell for North last year.
Oh, that's right.
Done by January, second week in January. Was their mainstay.
Bad news. So there,
yeah. So you got to be careful.
Minute and a half to go, first period. 2-0. The Titans lead. Face-off in their zone will be taken by Farheed Farhat for BG. He's waved out. Don't quite know what he did wrong, but he's out.
What do you do wrong to get waved out?
But it gave a wrong look or something.
You know?
Near boards, fought for in the neutral zone. Able to get it In and then out it comes again. As Christopher Mackin, number 19 for BG, getting physical here near side. Also Farheed Farhat. Long cross ice pass deflected, so this is not icing. Heavy hit, nobody touches the puck except for Farheed Farhat. It goes wide side to the point.
And he stumbled, had a shot and stumbled. His blade caught a crack in the ice.
Nevin Uhl almost had a chance there.
Yep.
Nice job of corralling the bouncer, and on the move is Jonathan Searles, who pays the price. A heavy hit administered by Christopher Arling. Break for BG, shot, score!
You called it a break for BG as they came down. Basically a 3-on-2, and they got the shot off in the goal.
Bending the twine, a beautiful shot by number 18 for BG, Zachary Coyle.
And that is one of those late period goals that North tends to give up.
And it's a key goal because it cuts the lead in half just before the break.
Right.
2-1. Bishop Guertin gets on the scoreboard with a Zachary Cole shot, a right-handed shot going down the right side, and he was able to beat Janest, who has been very good here in this first period. Catching it and throwing it off to the side is Scanlon. 15 seconds to go.
We got a hockey game.
Here comes Nick Apostolakis with Joshua
Roy. Plenty of time left.
Roy slides one, gets taken down. Chance for a last-second penalty there, but no. As 3 seconds to go. Good diving play by Jake Latham to kill off the final few seconds without a shot. 2-1. Nashua High North leads Bishop Guertin. I'm John Collins with Tom King and Tim O'Neill on camera. We've got more exciting boys high school hockey action coming up. Second period action after the break.
I'm Jeff Gordon, warning parents about pertussis. What's that? Well, imagine a cough barreling through your infant's body at up to 100 miles per hour, with enough force to make him gasp for air. Again and again, for weeks, even months. Pertussis, or whooping cough, is potentially fatal. Now imagine you gave this to your baby. Parents most often spread pertussis, and even when babies themselves are vaccinated, they're probably not protected till they've had at least 3 doses. I'm working with March of Dimes to urge you to help protect your baby by protecting yourself. Ask your healthcare provider about the adult pertussis vaccine now, because we can't stop pertussis fast enough.
Welcome back to the second period of action here. Skate 3 in Tyngsboro against the Nashua High North Titans. It is a 2-1 Nashua North lead as we are underway in the second period. John Collins with Tom King. Tim O'Neill handling our camera on Nashua's ETV at the Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsboro, which has been renovated. One of those renovation changes includes olive-colored bucket seats. I think the Brady bunch would have approved of the coloring of these seats, Tom, but I'm glad to have it, you know, instead of the old wooden bench thing.
Yeah, I know it. They're on top of the wooden benches. And
this is luxury.
I believe Leo Gould, the former president of the New Hampshire New England Huskies, father of Alvin coach Brian Gould, I think he donated these chairs, but I'm going to find that out in the coming days.
Puck goes down into the Titan zone. 15-minute periods in boys high school hockey. We played a minute of this one. 2-1, the Titans in blue on top of the Bishop Guertin Cardinals in the white and green. Nice pass, cross ice. Rick Marvin works it into the BG zone. Cardinals defense back to get it. Near boards Christopher Lovell shoots it out. With it, Matt Blaze working it into the Titans zone. Blade offside waved off now as the Titans try a rush. Blaze gets in the way of William Loringer. And back to get it, Cardinals defense. Cross-ice pass to Blaze off the boards. Plays it up ahead. Titans defense standing tall at the line. A 2-on-1 for the moment. Shot, goal! Wow. Number 20 for Nashua North, William Loringer, got loose on the far side, used his teammate kind of as a decoy and went for the shot and was able to beat Griffin Scanlon for the 3rd goal of the game. Titans lead 3-1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you go through the maybe the left armpit of Scanlon.
A minute 54 into the second period. And the 3-1 lead on Guertin. I mean, I can't say too many years where Nashua North has been able to say they've had 3-1 leads on both Manchester Memorial and Bishop Guertin in back-to-back games. Now the issue is, can they finish it?
Played off the boards into the Titan zone and comes back to the stick.
Very interesting results here.
Timothy Page down to forecheck. Scanlon plays it around the boards, but it ends up on the stick of Jonathan Searles. It's in front, taken out of danger by the BG defense. And down ice, Nick Apostolakis throws it behind the net, chases after with help from teammate Evan Dallaker trying to make something happen. But the Titans end up with it and able to work it out of the zone. Nice job there by Jonathan Wilson, number 24.
2-on-1 again.
Nice pass, shot, save, and what a great job of teaming up. That was Timothy Page with the shot, and the save by Scanlon, who was able to keep pace with the cross-ice pass.
At some point in this game, the way it looks, with the opportunities that Nashua North is having, Griffin Scanlon is going to have to make a difference for Bishop Guertin in net. He cannot just make the easy save. He is going, as a lot of Bishop Guertin goals, as a couple of Bishop Guertin goalies have been able to do over the last couple of years, because they haven't been besieged that much. They have got to be a difference for this hockey team.
Dallaker wings one high off the glass, and the rebound almost came all the way out of the zone, but Blaze was able to save it momentarily. Titans work it up. Good off the boards pass. Up ahead as David Kelly goes deep into the left corner.
Loses it off the puck. Loses it off his stick to the left.
Submarines under the check of Benjamin Robinson. Robinson got up a bit slowly from that, as if he hit the forward wrong.
John, this is one of the few years we've seen Nashua North can skate. Not just play, but skate with Bishop Guertin. This is an up and down hockey game. It is not a puck possession game at all. It is up and down.
Unassisted goal for Loringer.
Yep.
And he just got it off the boards.
And wristed it by a surprise Scanlon. And I've got to say, you've got to make that save if you're Griffin Scanlon. And Jeunesse just comes up big right there off a deflection.
Yeah, that was Zachary Coyle who tried to redirect it into the cage. Puck comes all the way down to Scanlon, and
very sloppy right there by the Cardinals. They had to, Scanlon's got to glove that if it's that close.
Yeah, very fortunate that wasn't another quality chance. Fire boards, BG keeps it in. Behind the net it goes. A 3-player scrum there, including Zachary Taylor, who checks Farhad Farhad hard to the ground, and is going to get called for it. A trip, I believe.
All right, Guertin can ill afford to be in the box as many times as they have. This is a tough game for Guertin. They did not play on Wednesday. They played against Arlington Catholic on Monday.
That's against the Titans.
No, interesting.
I thought that was a BG penalty.
I thought it would have been a BG penalty too, the way it was.
Must have been a retaliation that I missed. The Cardinals are on the power play for 2 minutes. 5-on-4 advantage for the team in the white and green. But the Titans steal it right away. That's a strong move.
But this has been North's weakness all season long, penalty killing.
By Mark Levine.
So Guertin has an golden opportunity here.
Stepping around the forechecker, Nevin Uhl shovels a backhand pass up ahead. Shot and a save is made by Jeunesse. Looked like Ben Hadley, who was bearing down on the left side.
Penalties on Zach Taylor, junior defenseman for Nashua North. 1:35 left in the penalty. 3-1 in favor of the Titans. 10:07 left here in the second period.
North works it out of the zone. 1:20 left to go in the power play for Bishop Guertin. It's Ryan White. Shovels it ahead to Ben Hadley. Hadley has it in the corner, being checked by Mark Levine. Levine took it away, but gets called.
Well, let's see.
That's a punching indication. closed fist. Is that a penalty? Because they used to do that all the time in the NHL. Give a punch here and there, and I didn't know.
It's going to be on. Yeah, it's going to be on the vine. Yeah, hand to the head, I think, is the call.
Okay.
So Guertin now with a 5-on-3 advantage for 108.
5-on-3, and BG with it. Plenty open ice here. Blaze trips.
Sloppy.
Nearly a breakaway for Crocker, but first to get it was his number 9 counterpart, Nick Apostolakis. Back come the Cardinals. They have 50 seconds left and at 5-on-3. Big shot by Blaze goes up in the netting above the glass. It was deflected by a Titans player, so the faceoff will remain inside the Bishop Guertin zone.
43 seconds left on the 5-on-3, and I'll have, I believe, 50 seconds with the 5-on-4.
This is one of those got-to-do-it moments, I think, in the game for BG. Tom.
Yeah, I agree,
huge
John.
opportunity, trailing by 2 goals.
John, I'll tell you what, this is a got-to-do-it game for BG, you know?
In front. Oh, the one-time attempt is fanned on just about by Lovell. Didn't get good wood on it. Shot, save, Lovell, goal. 5-hole. I think it was Lovell going. What's that? Man in the crease, they're going to call it. They're going to wave off the goal. Ben Hadley pleading his case, but apparently was standing too close to the goal mouth for the officials' liking, and they're going to disallow that goal with 30 seconds left to go.
Did he wave it off complete, or did he point it down? The score is still on the board. Let's see. You're right. They got to take it off the board.
I was so focused on the shooter and the goaltender, Tom, I really didn't notice the fact that Hadley was impinging on the goal mouth, and he got called for it, and they took the face-off outside the zone. So still 3-1 is your score. BG trying to work this 5-on-3 power play to cut the lead to 1. Shot, save, made by Genest, who pounces on the rebound.
Great save by Genest.
Hadley, who was skating hard through the center there, kind of.
Boy, that is a real tough call.
It is.
To go against Guertin. When you have a flurry like that in a 5-on-3.
Especially, Tom, when Hadley didn't figure in the actual play. He was just in the wrong spot, the illegal spot, apparently. But I don't think he actually interfered with the goaltender. I think Genest had a good look at the puck, but it went through the 5-hole, but it doesn't count. 40 seconds remaining on the 5-on-4. The 5-on-3 is by the boards. Back to get it. Nevin Uhl. Uhl being checked back there hard and intercepted in front. Good hard work by David Kelly. And Timothy Page throws it to the neutral zone. Chance here for William Larger, who's got a goal already.
And he's going to draws that penalty. Well, Larger is having one heck of a hockey game for Nashua North. He has played very, very well this afternoon. He's got an assist, and he's got a goal, and he draws a penalty. And negates what would have been the last 11 seconds of a 5-on-4 for Guertin, and a 2-minute, basically it'll be a 1:49 man advantage for Nashua North after they go 4-on-4 for 11 seconds.
And a large
score off the faceoff. Oh my goodness, how did that happen? Wow, you don't see that very often in high school hockey.
That was, I believe that was Jake Latham who went for it and got it. He's a left-handed shot, Tom, and he was on the left side, so he let it fly, and somehow he beat Scanlon. It's a 4-1 hockey game, so a huge swing there. We thought it was 3-2 after the 5-on-3 advantage, and head coach Gary Bishop's going to make a goalie change here.
Yeah, I think he has to. I don't think Scanlon has been, Scanlon was not ready for that play, and he's got to be. He's got to be alert. He's got to be ready.
So Andrew Pearson is into the game. The senior goaltender takes over. That's got to be unassisted, right? Off the face-off, unless you want to give it assist to the official. The drop in the puck.
So the 4-on-4 situation, it should be back to 5-on-5. I'm surprised. That is tough.
Well, perhaps because it was even strength when the goal was scored. That may be the rule. Loringer, shot missed. It was on
and a golden opportunity against a goalie who had no warm-ups and was basically just inserted into the game, and he misses the net.
Puck may have.
You're right, Latham with the goal. That's 2 for him.
Yes. Must have struck the netting on the pop-up there, and it's called for a face-off to the right.
So now North has a 5-on-4 advantage.
Embarrassment of riches when it comes to the opportunities in this game for Nashua North. Here's another one, 5-on-4 after they scored.
Mark it down, folks. January 21st, 2012, Nashua North outplaying, outskating, outshooting Bishop Guertin.
With Kelly.
Winning it very, very handily.
Save Pearson just into the game and tested. He's going to be tested again.
Score!
Crocker. Stephen Crocker, the centerman on this power play. And it's a 5-1 Titans lead. Too much pressure for the Cardinals. 7:05 remaining, second period, and the Titans of Nashua North are threatening to run away with this hockey game. Halfway through.
They get 2 more goals, and you go into the third period with a 6-goal lead. You got running time. You would have thought you'd have running time against BG.
Never.
And they've faced it a couple of times this year.
Tom, just a few minutes ago, this was a 3-2 hockey game, but the goal was
disallowed,
yep.
And it seems to have really deflated the Cardinals. But Crocker on the power play, 5-1.
Down deep, Kelly is broken up.
Just incredible.
Behind the net it goes, and skirmish in the far corner. Loose puck now taken by the Cardinals.
If Nashua North wins this game, they are really going to look back at that third period against Manchester Memorial. Otherwise, they would have beaten 2 tough teams, or tough programs historically, back to back, if they can hold on to this lead.
Titans putting the pressure on with about 6 minutes remaining.
But I'll tell you, John, talk about putting the pressure on. Other than that power play that Guertin had, when have we seen the puck down the other end?
No, we've been looking to our left a lot.
Yeah, in this period.
BG continues to struggle to get it out.
You know
of
why?
zone.
Yeah, North is winning neutral ice. They are playing very well in the neutral zone, getting breaks. You know, it's
may have been
Bauer on the assist.
Bauer.
Yep. So they score off a face-off. They score on a power play.
Ben Robinson able to shoot it out of the zone for Bishop Guertin. Up the boards. Loose puck near side, picked up by Jonathan Wilson. It's broken up by Blaze, and out comes BG. Christopher Lovell. Puck hit the netting again in front of us, and that's considered out of play. It's a Saturday afternoon during a snowstorm as we take this one at Skate 3 in Tyngsboro, Massachusetts, the home rink of Bishop Guertin High School. John Collins with Tom King as Jacob Janess feels a rebound off the boards and ties it up for a face-off. Tim O'Neill's handling our camera. The executive producer of Nashua ETV is Pete Johnson. As well as Nashua North has played in this game, it's hard to understand why they have a losing record, but it's been an up and down season for them. They started off with a win against South, and they're coming off a loss as Tom said against Memorial. And it's been like that all season. Rister saved Pearson. The rebound was there, however.
He stopped that too.
Rick Marvin was the shooter. Got a second chance and stopped that one also. A wrestling match, far boards, as Marvin gets taken down. Some of the fans for Bishop Guertin saw what appeared to have been a slash by David Kelly he got away with there on the ankle of a BG player. Kelly takes out the legs of Matt Blaze low, and a leveling check.
Wow.
Now
they've got to start making calls. They can't let this get out of hand.
It got very extremely chippy there, you know, and that hit that unfortunately, Kelly administered there. That reminded me of that Marchand hit that got penalized by the league, where he went too low on a player and tried to take his knees out. And Blaze took one there low, and I think the reason for the follow-up hit was that some of the players thought that penalties were being missed and took the law into their own hands. We'll have to see what the penalty call is here as we sort it out. 5-1, the Titans of Nashua North lead Bishop Guertin by 4 goals with 4.5 minutes left in the second period. Still haven't put up the tallies on the penalties, but if you look down at the manpower on the ice, it is a 5-on-5 still. I think it was matching penalties, so it doesn't affect the personnel. Back to get it is Nevin Uhl, throws it up near side to Evan Dalaker. Dalaker makes a move at the blue line, offside, however, as Nick Apostolakis drifted over the blue line early. Face off outside the Titan zone. 4:15 remaining in the second period. Bishop Guertin desperately wants to get this next goal. They trailed by 4. 5 would just seem to be insurmountable. They want to cut this lead down to 3 if they can before the break. Sidestepping a check nicely and starting a rush was Mark Levine. He headmans it to Jake Latham. Latham, who's got a couple of goals, goes center ice and can't connect.
Can you believe this?
Larger gets tripped behind the play, and that was one of the worst penalties you could get. Just a meaningless penalty.
Right. Can you believe this? This is definitely an inexperienced Guertin team that is, Gary Bishop has had to assimilate too many inexperienced varsity players into this team this year, and the result is what we're seeing on the ice. North actually has more varsity experience than Guertin does going into this game.
As Tom was talking about, Nevin Uhl, who goes to the penalty box, is a sophomore. He tripped William Loringer about 2 steps in front of the official. There was no way he couldn't have seen that, and it was behind the play. Loringer wasn't a factor at that moment, so it was an unnecessary penalty, but BG finds themselves down a man for the next 2 minutes, already trailing in the hockey game 5-1. Under 4 minutes left in the second period, and BG may be shorthanded for half of that as they try to get it out of their zone, but keeping it in. David Kelly and the Titans, it's loose, out of the zone. Here comes Joshua Roy with it. Shorthanded opportunity for Roy. Fakes the shot, goes around the defender to the boards. Roy trying to make something happen. Far boards takes a brutalizing check, and that's going to draw a penalty. So Roy's hustle gets a Titans player. And that strike to the head, as you talked about earlier, Tom, it's called against the Titans, and they will lose their
and that's some of the composure that North lost the other night against Memorial. They can't afford to lose composure in a game. They have a 5-1 lead. They're on the power play. You 5-1 lead. You're on the power play. Take advantage of it.
Joshua Roy, a sophomore. That's youthful enthusiasm rather than inexperience for Roy. So a goal star for him on that effort to draw a penalty. And now it's a 4-on-4 for the next minute and 33, and then North will have a little bit of a power play.
3:20.
BG will have a little bit of a power play for about 30 seconds.
3:26 remaining here in the second period. Feels like the third period with all the calls we've had in this period.
Back to get it, Nick Apostolakis has some ice to work with here in a 4-on-4 situation. To Roy.
Well, actually, John, it's 4-on-3.
Shot. 4-on-3. That's why there's so much open ice. Yes. Thrown up ahead. I think they had to do that because there was already matching penalties in the box, and I can't wrap my head around the math right now. Shot wide. Good chance for Apostolakis at a wide open view of the net. Blaze moves in for a blistering shot. Jeunesse didn't know where it was at first, but it's pounced on by a Titans defender and shot out of the zone. 4-on-3 situation. Lots of open ice here. Good pass up ahead by Pearson, who hits the forward. Evan Dalaker on the fly. Dalaker
rebound.
Yep. Evan Dalaker. And I think your goaltender's going to get an assist on that.
Jeunesse could not. Pearson should. Jeunesse could not find the rebound as it knocked off his chest.
Andrew Pearson is going to get an assist on that goal by Evan Dalaker. And it's a 5-2
Gallagher
game.
gets his own rebound and puts it in 5-2. And a power play goal for Guertin. A very eventful second period.
Definitely. A disallowed goal and huge swing occurred at a point where BG would have been only trailing 3-2. Instead, they soon found themselves down 5-1. But they're able to cut into it here with a power play goal. We'll have to wait for the announcement. It's always a treat when you hear the goaltender figure in the scoring. Centering pass is poked away. A very nice defensive play made by Christopher Arlen for BG.
Larger had a chance at another goal.
And muscling his way out of traffic, Mark Levine fakes the shot, looks for a teammate to pass through. It is blocked, and he's double teamed into the board.
That same play that you saw Levine make, I'll talk about it in a second.
Loringer and an armpit save by Pearson.
Yeah, Pearson was not ready for that. He knuckled on him.
Hang after the whistle, ref! Come on! Get after the whistle! Keep smiling!
Fans are getting on the referees here. Wanted to hit after the whistle.
Here comes Benjamin Hadley down the far boards. A submarine check by Crocker knocks him to the ice. Those seems to be dangerous checks when they get down to the knee level there.
I'll tell you, the referees are going to call it tight in the third period. They have to, because this is going to start to get, starting to get very chippy on the ice.
And kind of dangerous.
Yep. Both coaches need to make sure their teams know.
BG putting the pressure on. A good slide shot made by Nevin Uhl near point, kind of changing it up. That one's blocked. Crocker's a little bit stung by that, it looked like. Puck in the near corner. 4 players trying for it. Even strength right now with 1:05 left in the period. BG trying to cut into a 3-goal deficit. Shot save!
Janess saw that, positioned himself, veered over, and got the save.
Nevin Uhl, a nice
This is
snap
getting
shot.
really, really rough. You know, every time there's a stoppage in play, there's a bump, there's a check.
There's some extra.
Yeah, there's a little extra going on. And if you're a referee, I think what you need to do before this period ends, and they're going to have a call, I believe, a cross-check. I believe that's going to be a call. It's going to be on North's Mark Levine.
How about that?
So I think what you got to do, if you're a referee, you got to go to both coaches before this period ends and say, okay, talk to your team in between periods, because every time the whistle blows, there's a bump or an extra hit.
Tom, it must be matching penalties, or else North has too many men on the ice, because it's 5-on-5 for the moment.
Yep, I think he made 2 signals when he went over there.
Taylor throws it around the boards, larger with it. Roy almost lined him up, and it's all the way down to Pearson, who's going to steer it to the far side.
Dangerous steer. 34 seconds left in the period. 5-on-5 hockey finally, and it's a 5-2 North lead. Yep.
He's the defenseman. Pearson's forced to make a save. It's all because of that steerage.
He makes 2 of them right there. Yeah, you're right, exactly.
It's still in the zone with 20 seconds to go in the period. The Titans with it. Oh, a centering pass fanned on. Behind the net still, in front. And able to step out of there with the puck was Ben Robinson. Nice defensive play. 5 seconds to go. Shot saved by Janess, as Thomas Duffy's going to stick handle it. And there's some extra right at the buzzer.
Boy.
Duffy getting a shove
in the corner. Some extra stuff going on in the corner. 5-2 to score after 2 periods. And not what probably you expected. Probably not what I expected either, but I would have thought it might have been a 3-2 or 2-2 game after 2 periods, the way these 2 teams matched up. But Nashua North with a 5-2 lead after 2 against Bishop Guertin, and you don't see that too often. But you know what the red flag for me was on BG this year? Not only did they lose their opener 9-2 to St. Thomas, which is, you know, you don't see that with Guertin. Wow. All right, but they only beat Nashua South here 3-0. That told me that Guertin didn't have the same firepower it had, and that Nashua South is a little bit better than they were last year. They actually won a Division I game this year. They beat Trinity, and so you've got, or is it Trinity or Exeter? But they pulled out. It was Trinity. They pulled out a win. So it's a different year in Division I. 5-2 North leads it after 2 periods of play. I'm Tom King along with John Collins, and we will be back with the 3rd period of play. And the way things are going, the way the bodies are hitting.
Physical, controversial, exciting.
It could be an interesting 3rd period. We'll be back right after this.
Miss Smarty here with recipe questions from viewers. Do you have a favorite apple recipe? Yes. Wash, eat. Miss Smarty, I love carrots. Do you have a favorite way to prepare them? Yes. Wash, peel, eat. This viewer asked about spinach. Wash, eat. How fast and easy is that? Join me next time when I show you how quick and easy it is to make a fruit salad.
Welcome back, everybody, to 3rd period action here at Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsboro, the home ice of Bishop Guertin. Bishop Guertin Cardinals trailing, however, 5-2 to the visitors from just across the border, Nashua High North. It was become a chippy and physical game in the 2nd period. Let's see if that continues here in the 3rd.
Uh-oh.
As bodies hit the ice.
Yeah, Crocker goes down, but no call. It's a good non-call.
Nevin Uhl wheeling around with it, beats a double team, cross ice, and Benjamin Hadley shoots it down into the Nashua North zone. Puck fought for near corner, back to Christopher Arling at the point.
I think the more this stays 5-on-5, it benefits North. Not that they've been better 5-on-5, because they're very good on the power play, but it just basically keeps things on an even keel when you've got a 3-goal advantage.
Hadley's shot missed wide to the left, and that springs a rush. Crocker, kind of a snapshot as the Titans get a line change on the fly.
Yeah, Crocker shot that a lot sooner than I think anybody expected, including Drew Pearson.
Adam Murphy fans on that attempt to shoot it deep into the BG zone. First back to get it, Christopher Arling. Intercepted by Loringer, who's played a terrific game. Jake Latham throws it further into the corner and leveling the opponent. Christopher Arling administering a heavy hit. Arling, 6'1", 175 listed in the roster. People stepping around checks left and right here. Loose puck in front, holding the short side. Nearly another goal for the Titans.
That should have been cleared a long time ago by Guertin. They mishandled the puck badly in that area.
Thomas Duffy battling. Joshua Roy had a great chance.
Did Jeunesse get a piece of that? I don't know if he did or not. He must have, because that puck steered away.
Puck hits the netting above the glass on the left, and it's a face-off to the right of Jacob Jeunesse. In goal for Bishop Guertin is Andrew Pearson. Griffin Scanlon started the game, had a rough go of it. Pearson didn't let up 1 goal as he was introduced to the game and to relentless pressure at the same time. Cross ice pass. Matt Blaze stepped up and intercepted that, and first back to get it is Benjamin Robinson, who hits the deck into the boards. Hopefully he's okay. He's up quickly. And in fact, watches the puck go around the dasher, and it's cleared out to center ice. Joshua Roy going 1-on-2 through traffic and broken up. Good defensive work by the Titans. Ducking a check there nicely was Kelly, and here come the Titans off the races. Marvin, cross ice, Crocker. Trying to go back to Marvin.
Oh, what a save by Pearson. That's a great save by Pearson, coming across from the crease and staying with the play. I think it was a great shot because the skater was trailing on the play and was in deep. Managed to get it to the crease, and Pearson knocks it away.
That was Marvin, who tried actually, I think, to use the body of the goaltender to ricochet the puck home to him. I think he was going for that rebound off the back of the goal. He was going for that
ping pong goal, and boy, what a great save by Pearson.
Exciting play there by Marvin and Crocker, who teamed up to go back and forth a few times.
Boy, North, when's the last time you've seen them have this, without Robbins, have this type of offensive capability?
Right.
Playmaking capability, just, all around, solid hockey. Probably one of the best games they've played in a while. Up 5-2, but of course, Charlie Corey's seen a lot of hockey. And he knows that 5-2 lead, especially against Bishop Guertin, even this year's Bishop Guertin team isn't secure until the buzzer sounds.
Farheed Farhad dumps Thomas Duffy in the left corner as the Titans having uncharacteristic trouble getting out of their own end. Now they do, and risking it down the boards. Timothy Page as the Titans get a line change. First back to get it, Christopher Arling. Arling throws it here near boards, and he makes it to his teammate Mackin, who pitchforks it up into the netting. Looks like it'll be a center ice face-off. Bishop Guertin had a goal disallowed during a power play in the second period because of a player in the crease during a 5-on-3. And instead of being a 3-2 game, it quickly deteriorated for BG into a 5-1 deficit. They did get a goal to make it 5-2, and that's where we stand with 11.5 minutes left to go in the hockey game. BG putting on a little more pressure in this period than they have thus far in the game.
I think they've got to pinch their defenseman up a little bit. They've done it here.
Blaze's snapshot slid wide, but the rebound nearly came out to Ryan White near post. White's got it. Well, White's got it now on the backhand pass from Christopher Lovell. White circling, trying to sneak it in near side, and Genest was right there. Sidestepping a check was Jonathan Wilson. Intercepting at center ice is Christopher Lovell. Rush put on by Stephen Shaw. Shaw throws it down into the corner. First to get it, Zach Taylor. Dangerous pass. Shaw, wrister over everybody's head, hits the netting above the glass.
This is going to be a survival period, it looks like, for Nashua North. Guertin is really putting the pressure on.
Yeah, they've stepped it up. The head coach of Nashua North is Charles Corey. The assistant is Christopher Nodig. Head coach for Bishop Guertin, Gary Bishop. And the assistants, Mark Mantone and James Egan.
Christopher Nodig, been an assistant coach at the Unified Nashua team, been an assistant coach for Nashua South, and was an assistant coach for Nashua North. He's been around. And was actually the acting head coach the other night. And Charlie was still recovering from a very, very bad flu-like bronchitis that he's had most of this hockey season.
Do any of us ever get through any of these winters without a cold or something?
I had it for a month. I couldn't shake it.
That's the way it goes in New England. Oh, what a chance.
Finally needed a strong antibiotic. Pharmacies and doctors are making out this winter, I'll tell you that.
Evan Dallaker on the move. Dallaker broken up. That was a big shot that was blocked off the skate boot, it looked like, by Rick Marvin, but Marvin's still out there. He's okay. And Joshua Roy back to get it. The forward playing some defense here, throws it up the boards and out. Must have hit somebody on the BG bench. They will call a face-off.
Upcoming games are on E99, Nashua's ETV. It'll be basketball the end of the week. It'll be the girls North and South, and the boys North and South, which we'll be doing.
Excellent.
And the boys game will be live on Friday, January 27th. Game time at approximately 7 p.m. So set your DVR if you're not going to be around, or if you're home, sit back and relax and watch that game live. The boys basketball going through North and South, coming up on Friday, January 27th at 7.
Do you happen to know which school that's at?
Yeah, I believe it's at North. The girls' game will be at South.
To the point, Robinson redirects by Farhat, but Titans bring it out. A pop-up into the BG zone, and it came out of the zone. Offside is called. 8:53 left in the third period. 5-2. The guests from Nashua High North lead the home Bishop Guertin Cardinals here at Skate 3 in Tyngsboro. John Collins with Tom King. Tim O'Neill handling our camera duties. Chance for Nashua North. A backhander doesn't get there.
I believe Pete Johnson's on ice level too. Our executive producer in the corner over there.
Oh, he is. He's got the handheld.
Yep. Guertin still buzzing. They need a goal to get this momentum going. It's a 5-2 game in favor of North. 8:29 left in the third period.
Behind the net it goes. Corralling it back there was Hadley. Hadley's on the ice, trying to keep possession. Shovels it to the corner. Back to Hadley. Playing some catch with Ryan White. White trying to get first to it. BG noticeably stepping up the pressure here, trailing by 3 in the third period. Desperate to get back in the hockey game. Loringer, who's got a goal already. Save Pearson, steered it to the backboard. Big, lively rebound came out in the shooting area in front. And the Titans alertly keeping it in at the far point. Almost a fist fight breaking out there in front of the BG bench. We have a whistle. And what's going to go on? Interference? One of the players, I think, is going to get called for, like, interfering with the two players who are on the ice. That's the thing where you have the players hanging over the bench there. And I think
they're pointing to a player who's on the bench who leaned over too far and interfered.
That's a new one.
It sure
Have
is.
you seen that?
Never.
He drew a penalty while on the bench, and he goes to the.
And
it'll be served by a player who was on the ice. Is that how they're doing it now?
I'm not sure how they're doing it. I mean, this is just a weird.
That's when we have to go to the rule book.
Weird year, a weird game. 7:49 to play, 5-2, and an inopportune penalty for Bishop Guertin.
You have to go to the WWE rule book for that one. Like, you know, when they go to the turnbuckle in the corner and the other guy interferes and that kind of thing.
It's almost like fan interference in baseball.
Right. We have a power play, and it's in favor of the team that's in the lead. They're trying to add to it. Stepping in front. Loose puck is shot to the point. Taylor keeps it in. Backboard it goes.
Yeah, Taylor needed to give that a whack.
Rick Marvin passes it into the corner to David Kelly. Kelly back to the point. That's Austin Bauer. Gives it back to Kelly. Tries a centering pass. Shot off the backboard. Looked like Marvin was able to hit the side of the net.
Did that look like it was targeted for that upper corner? I thought for sure that was going to be in.
Bodies flying everywhere. It's Crocker and now that was
that's a big hit.
Leveling hit on Kelly. Kelly's hurt.
And they're going to call it, I believe.
Boarding?
Yep, probably.
Number 16 in blue, David Kelly, is bent over at the waist. He took the worst of that one, definitely. He went flying into the boards, and BG might find themselves down 2 players.
They are. It's going to be a call against the Cardinals. Well, I would not want to be in that Guertin locker room after the game. I believe that's on number 8 who made the hit.
Nevin Houle.
Yeah, that was. Yep, Nevin Houle with the
timeout at Bishop Guertin.
Yep. Well, I think a key point in the game was when Guertin had that 5-on-3 and weren't able to do much with it. And then the penalties went the other way, and they found themselves down in a lot of power play goal. And now they're down 5-on-3 with 7:06 to play. And Nashua North has got a field, John. Up 5-2 with 7:06 and a 2-man advantage.
Yeah, they've got to feel that they're going for the game winner.
I've seen a lot of different things in high school hockey over the years, but this would be a tough comeback for Guertin to make.
Especially when they only have 7 minutes to work with, and they're looking at being down a man or 2 for the next 2 minutes. Andrew Pearson goes back to the net and prepares to be under siege. Pearson, 6'3", 180 pounds. Of course, with all that goalie equipment, he's over probably 200 pounds something. And he's got the classic look of a goaltender. Really fills up that net, but he's going to be subject to.
But hasn't secured the everyday starting job as a senior goaltender, and that's got to be a little disconcerting. Scanlon has challenged him repeatedly through the course of the year, and they have gone with both goaltenders. And if I'm a senior who's played for 3 years in the program, like Drew Pearson had, transferring after my freshman year from Hollis, I got to think that this is my job if I play well. So evidently he's had some dips that has allowed Scanlon the open door to come in and do a few things. And now Pearson's, who's played pretty well, is going to try to secure that job. Yep.
Rick Marvin got hurt on that power play, and he came off the ice, and they actually substituted while they stick handled it with possession in the opponent's zone. They were able to make a substitution. 44 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3 is leisurely paced by the Titans there with the 5-on-3. They seem to be in no hurry to get a shot.
Well, I just think they feel the clock's in their favor. Let's not give, put the shots on goal, but not give Pearson a chance to stop that clock. Let those seconds tick down, and 121 left on a man advantage They're on an extra advantage.
Almost like a strategy, don't score too early in the 5-on-3. Yeah?
Well, I mean, any goal helps, but I mean, you can also whittle down some clock time. It'll be under 5 by the time everything gets back to even strength.
Thomas Duffy throws it into the corner. Behind the net now, Loringer has it right in front, and Duffy's got a chance.
Blocks in front, yep.
That was Ryan White that made the block.
Well, you're right. Look at how stationary North is. I mean, just basically looking up at the clock, letting the seconds tick away.
Now it's 5-on-4. Big blast. That was also blocked. Matt Blaze, number 22 for BG, got a hold of that one. Loringer's slide pass is broken up and thrown the length of the ice by Ryan White. Good kill on the 5-on-3 by BG, although the Titans didn't really pick up the pace too much. Loose puck.
That was a shot on goal.
Gallagher got loose with it in the zone, shorthanded.
Guertin's actually outshot North 3-2 in this period.
So this power play is going to go by the boards without another shot, it looks like, by the Titans.
5:14 left in the game. It'll be just over 5 when things go back to 5-on-5, and line change as North was tired, get some fresh legs out there for the Titans. And Guertin, a huge uphill climb with just under 5 to play, and they're down 3 goals.
Joshua Roy trying to work on Zachary Taylor. Taylor, though, steals it away for the moment. Behind the net is Nick Apostolakis. He's got some help from Gallagher. The Titans steal and bring the puck away. Here comes Jonathan Searles, who's checked off of it by Christopher Arling, and BG's puck now to control. Joshua Roy broken up at the blue line, gets it back. Taylor off the boards and down into the Bishop Guertin zone. 4.5 minutes exactly to go, and that is icing. So it'll come back into the Titan zone to the left of Jacob Genest. 3 goals separate the teams. 4.5 minutes remain. Face-off. Puck near corner. Thomas Duffy battling with Christopher Mackin behind the net, and out it goes. It gets past Stephen Shaw at the far point, and he's going to have to race with Stephen Crocker to first touch. He does. Stolen. Behind the net it goes. David Kelly was the one that did the stealing, trying to get a return pass from Crocker. Instead, BG with a breakout. And here comes Christopher Mackin. Crossed the blue line, and they crisscrossed, and the trailer went ahead of Mackin, and it was offside. Zach Coyle getting a bit ahead of the play. 3:55 remaining. Camera work on the ice. Pete Johnson with the handheld. Tim O'Neill's up here with us. With the view from the side at center ice, and with the puck, Benjamin Hadley broken up. Christopher Arling throws it down deep, and Zach Taylor first to get it on defense for the Titans. Knocked to the ice by Ryan White. Heavy hit administered by Matt Blaze.
Guertin's got to put some shots up.
There's one that missed. Far corner, Christopher Lovell lowering the shoulder. A wrister by Arling goes wide left.
It's clear to see that Guertin has no dominant offensive presence. In other years, we've seen kids like Greg Bertados and other players. They're looking at Ryan White to do a lot of that. How many times have we called Ryan White's name today? If he's indeed out there. I don't know if he's out there today.
He is out there, definitely. I've called it
just a couple of times.
What he wants to hear me call it is Ryan White shot score, and we haven't
had
that.
You want to hear White. We're not hearing that. But that's, don't put it all on him. But they don't have the offensive presence that they've had in the past. It puts a lot of pressure on the defensemen. And you see the result. And you see the result. Oh yeah, no doubt about it, John. I mean, they've played very good hockey over the course of this season. They'll be 3-4-2 after this game. Probably thinking they could be, 4-3-2 or 5-2-2.
Apostolakis and Gallagher trying to connect. Instead, back to get it was Mark Levine. Takes a couple of hits, but gets the puck out of the zone. Right back in it comes. Bishop Guertin has carried the play here in the third period, but do not have the goals to show for it.
And if I'm not mistaken, this will be North's first win ever over Guertin. Wow. I'm pretty sure that's the case, but not positive, but I'm pretty sure. I think South beat BG after the split when they still had a good nest of players, but I don't think North has ever done it.
Apostolakis around the boards. There's Ryan White with it. Ryan White puts the brakes on, trying to come out of the corner and set up a play. But very tightly checked by the Titans. Big shot by Blaze, goes through traffic to the far boards. I don't know if that was on target and got deflected away. That one's deflected. The Titans getting in the shooting lanes and making life difficult for the BG offense. Under 2 minutes to go now. BG trailing 5-2 and tired legs as they look at that icing call.
I think you're going to put this one in the books. 1:48 to play, 5-2. The way things are going right now, unless it's a blink of an eye flurry, you got to think that Nashua North is going to do it. And he's ahead, I believe, of Guertin in the standings. They ended up with 2 ties. Guertin's coming in here 3-4 overall, but really 3-3 in Division 1, and they'll fall to 3-4. Interference call
coming up against Nashua North
with 1:38 to play. Not what you want to do if you're the Titans.
A byproduct of the pressure that the Bishop Guertin Cardinals have managed to mount here late in the game, and maybe too little too late.
And the thing is, John, he's going to have a while to fester about this game, because they only play one Division I game in a period of 2 weeks, and this is it. Because they don't play again until next Saturday at Manchester Central. It's a game that I'm planning to be at, but they do not play again until next Saturday. So, shot to save by Genest.
Wow, a whole week.
Yep. A long time to fester over this. And you can bet Gary Bishop will try to take advantage of that week.
He will be Uncle Fester.
Oh, no, he won't even be. He won't be that jolly. Uncle Fester is a lot more friendly than Gary Bishop's going to be this week. Do you know, John, how many people don't even know what you're talking about?
The Addams Family reference?
Do you know that?
Yeah, right, I forgot. YouTube it. Ryan
I mentioned to somebody about the Waltons the other day, and they had no clue what I was talking about. Yep. No
deflected.
Clue. Oh, my.
Bishop Guertin over the net. Ryan White falls to the ground.
All those chances. You got all those chances, and you don't cash in. You know it's not your day.
There you see Ryan White just getting up slowly and frustrated that that shot went right over the cage. That handheld camera that Pete Johnson has down there, that made a liar out of me. In one of the games we were doing, I gave credit to one of the goaltenders making a great save. The puck actually went over the net, never touched him. I said it was a toe save, flashed it. You know, from this angle, that was the illusion.
Well, it's tough from up here, you know?
Right, yeah.
The illusion is strong.
That's nice to have the
I guess the camera never lies, right?
Exactly.
Especially if it's Pete Johnson holding it.
Oh, that's a tough block. Crocker was able to get in the shooting lane again. Somebody gloved the puck, but touched it above his shoulder. And almost a fight breaks out.
Yeah, got to kind of slow things down here. Separate. You don't want to have a real mess on your hands at the end of the game and get anybody suspended for the next game, the whole bit. Just play the hockey game and play it out.
Arling and David Kelly going at it. Arlington. No, Christopher Arling and Kelly were the skirmishers there.
Still 1:02 left in the penalty.
Hadley going wide left, being marked by Thomas Duffy. To the point. 30 seconds left in the hockey game. Deflected in traffic. Trying to backhand it was Benjamin Hadley. Instead, the Titans get it out with a chance for a breakout.
Yep, with the empty net.
Goalie is out. Diving was Levine, trying to get to it and slide it into the open cage. 10 seconds to go. Throwing it behind the net. Adam Murphy just realized, hey, I could have just held it a second and thrown
it down the ice, yeah. And that will do it.
2 heavy hits right at the whistle.
Yeah, and we got to separate them again, but that's probably a good thing that it happened right at the whistle rather than earlier, because it would have really gone at it.
Well, that was David Kelly who said he had some problems earlier, and he knew just to
pretty sure he got the game misconduct, but I might be
He did not get involved in any post-game fisticuffs. He went right to his goalie and congratulated him, and it was a wise move.
Yep, 5-2 the final. Bishop Guertin falling to Nashua North. Great red letter day for the Nashua North Titans as they not only, no luck involved, no bounces, no nothing. They dominated this hockey game, and they win it 5-2, and they receive a standing ovation from their fans, who are all to our left.
Marking the historic significance of the win, Tom, I think, as you said. 5-2. So we had renovations here at Skate 3 in Tyngsboro that we got to see for the very first time. We got to see Nashua High North defeat Bishop Guertin in hockey for the very first time.
Yeah, and a disgruntled group of Guertin fans, and probably not a very happy Guertin hockey team right now. So
they got the Green Bay Packers colors on, so I guess they can join that group.
Yeah,
of disappointment.
Green and gold
this winter.
But they don't look like the Green Bay Packers in hockey, though. I mean, in terms
That's
of their
right.
uniforms, but as they do in football. But this is a tough day. Charlie Corey and Gary Bishop are good friends. They've known each other for years, and this is one that Charlie Corey will remember, and hopefully can catapult his team to bigger and better things. And Guertin, maybe a wake-up call. They recover. They play Manchester Central next weekend. So that'll do it.
Thanks you. That's Tom King. I'm John Collins. I want to thank our camera crew again, Tim O'Neill and Pete Johnson. Nashua's ETV broadcast of the Bishop Guertin Nashua High North hockey game here on Nashua's ETV. Thank you for watching. Our final score for the final time, Nashua High North 5 and BG 2. Good evening from Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsboro, everybody.